So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we are the Good Noise Podcast, and I'm extremely blacked out right now. You can't
I
see
know.
me.
It's okay,
You
man.
can't see me.
Oh, Johnson.
Oh, I'm so funny. So Glory, did we announce anything today? I don't remember.
No,
I haven't been around all
no,
day. I couldn't tell you. We
we didn't.
announced Good Noise Fest 2021. It's got 62 bands on it, and it's across 2 days, and each day is 11 hours long. Come watch the bands you give a shit about. Stick
Yep,
around for the bands you don't give a shit about. Let's
exactly.
party. It's a day's worth of music, literally.
Literally, yeah. Like you
Um,
will not run out of music. There is no music shortage
there
here.
are 2 days, 11 hours each. That's like almost a day's worth of music.
It
So
is.
come listen to some tunes.
We should get some extra sets just so we can make it 24 hours of music. And then,
Absolutely, absolutely not. We're gonna read the lineup off to you in case you don't
oh,
want to
we
go
are?
check our pinned tweet or our most recent Instagram post. So we got A Boy Named John, Adult Mom, Again in May, Aim High, Arcadia Gray, Backup Kid, Bears and Trees. You don't want to
I
miss
love
that
them.
one.
I love them.
Big Aluminum, Blue Deputy, Brian Cranston,
Crayon box.
Crayon Box. I almost said Cranberry again. Fuck. Charlene Joan, Cherish This, Cliff Diver, Daniel Sherman. That one, I don't give a shit if you care about him or not. Don't miss it. Double Header, Driving Underwater, Equipment, Feeney, Fox Teeth, Future Teens, Gamma Girl, Glass Beach, closing
I love
off
you, Glass
day
Beach.
one. Glimmers, Hey I Love You, Hoity Toity, Idle Wave, Jake G, Youngheim, Keep in Touch, Late Waves, Life in Discord.
We're just now halfway through.
Yes.
So.
Lilac Queen, Loyalty to Me, Magazine Beach, Man Dancing, Matt Burridge, Millington, Mobs, Nico Mahobrak, No Coincidence, Normalcy, Origami Angel closing off the entire festival, day two, calling it quits. Over the Weather, Pictoria Vark, Pollyanna, Puppy Angst, St. Judas, Set in Motion, Shallow Pools, Shut Up Madison, that's Madison from Ogbert the Nerd, Sorry Ghost, Spring Silver, Still Ghost, lots of ghost bands.
A lot of ghosts.
Sydney Sprague, Sympathy Card, The Losing Score, The Planet U, The Vaughns, Vile, Wave Break, With Sales Ahead, and
Zari Alexandria. Why did you did all of them? Why did you struggle with that one?
My brain was completely melted by artist number 62. So don't miss that. That's this week, and 26 and 27. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't care if you live on the other side of the world. Don't miss it.
Except like Bears and Trees. You don't have to watch your own set because I know it's going to be like 4 a.m. for you when it goes on.
And it's only 10 minutes, so please don't wake up.
Yeah, so it's
all the sets will be on YouTube, and any of the ones that we're not allowed to upload to YouTube will be on Twitch for 14 days. So if you don't see it on YouTube, that means we're not allowed to. Just go watch the video on Twitch. It's up for 14 days. Anyways,
how long is it up for?
14 days. That's 2 weeks.
Whoa.
2-0. Oh no.
Well, it's back. Okay.
It's back. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna hope that the mic can last through the podcast tonight without blowing out.
Yep.
In terms of other things that got announced, Pure Noise announced their Pure Noise tour. It's got state champs, 4 Years Strong, Real Friends, Just Friends, and Bearings. I think I'm missing one.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. There's a lot. There's a lot of Pure Noise bands on the Pure Noise lineup. But it's a pretty cool tour, although we all kind of agreed as a community that we were done with like 5 and 6 band bills. And here comes Pure Noise Records, like, here's 6 bands.
We're bringing it back. And I'm okay with it because I'm getting my money's worth.
So that's what's going down there. But I really think that's all that was announced. I really haven't been paying attention. So, you want to talk about music this week?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dwayne dropped his debut album, Stains. I tweeted last night, this shit's an album of the year contender. This shit was so good.
Oh, that was it.
That's all I got.
It was a very good album. Front to back, it like flowed very easily. It wasn't kind of like Oh, this is going to be a strong take. I think Perfume is the weakest song on the album. I love Perfume and it's one of my favorite songs, but I think it's also the weakest compared to all the other tracks.
That's a take I can get behind. I know why it's a single, and we had that conversation when it
Yeah,
came
because
out.
it's Austin
Yeah.
Constantine Knight.
Austin Constantine Knight's on the song, but
that's such a cool name.
I do agree that it was one of the weaker songs. I liked where he put the slower song on the record, not at the very end. I don't fuck with it when it's at the very end.
Yeah.
The one before the very end, I think, is where I've decided is the best spot to put your slow song.
Because you get it out of the way, but you're not ending on it. You're still able to kind of bring the album up. You're still able to end it off with a bang.
On that big closer, yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, what was your favorite? Do you have a favorite track off of it? I know you've only listened to it like twice.
No, I don't have a favorite track off it.
Okay, well, mine is Super 8.
I know.
Much.
You were like, so oh good. My god, this shit is so good. I'm like,
it is.
I'm like, I watched the 15-second teaser on Twitter. Like, I haven't listened to the song yet.
Dude, I love it so much. It's just such a bouncy song. It sounds like a good summer radio hit song, and I'm just like, please let this happen for him, because it'd be.
Well, he had a billboard in Times Square or whatever.
I know. So I just want him to have
radio might be
the
next.
Radio summer hit. I want him to have that. Her dropped a new album. I think this. I might be wrong. I don't think it's her debut. Back of My Mind. Wait, I think I got that wrong. Yeah, that's it. Back of My Mind. Just making sure. Yeah.
All right. Glory will speak her piece on this. Okay. I'm going to speak my piece first. I saw the features on this record and immediately said, oh no, I'm not going to like this. But the features didn't ruin it for me like I thought they were going to.
Why did you think they would ruin it?
I don't have Spotify open, but some of those rappers that she had as features on there aren't my favorite in the world. Especially like Ty Dolla $ign and Chris Brown. And she had DJ Khaled on a song. Can we talk about that?
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. We the number one, or whatever the hell he says. We the best number one, or whatever the hell he says. I don't know. I didn't know that he was on there until that song came on. That was the worst song on the record because he was on it. Anyways, I did like the record. Not something I'm going to come back to, but it wasn't like a snooze fest because I expected that when I saw how long the track list was and how long I saw the album was an hour and 20 minutes long. And I was like, oh fucking hell, that's ambitious, man. For any artist.
Yeah. This is actually a contender. As you said, Dwayne's like a contender for your album of the year. This is actually a contender for my album of the year, because an album hasn't fully engulfed me in a while, where it's just I completely get lost in the music. I don't zone out, but it's just all I can focus on is the music, and it's good. So I listened to this while I was playing Skyrim or something, and I couldn't focus on Skyrim because I just kept getting taken away with the music. I just think it's amazing. I liked all the features, actually. I thought they all brought a different element, because her voice is so smooth but very strong, and then all the different features kind of added a different spike or whatever to each song. Even DJ Khaled with his 2 lines, that's why I don't mind his songs or his features,
music,
because it's he has 2 lines and then that's it. So he's at the beginning, then probably at the end. And there was also another feature on the DJ Khaled song, Bryson Tiller, and he was actually the more consistent person on there along with her. So I thought that was a pretty good song, actually. So yeah, I'm actually listening to it now. That's how much I like it.
I just have a bone to pick with DJ Khaled, because this man makes more money than I will ever make in my entire life off of one song and yells 2 lines on it. And then when he makes albums, it's just other people and he just yells over it, but it's his album. I don't, and he's on the cover art, and I need
other people did more work than you.
I need his
Khaled.
job. I want his job so bad. I want to scream, "We are the best music," and we are number one, and another one, just on a loop. I just wish he would write new lines for each song. I think that would make him a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, How I Became Invisible dropped an EP, Finding Meaning in Demos.
Wait, sorry. I think it's Demons. Wait. Give me a second. Demons. It's Demons. Okay,
Finding Meaning in Demons. I was gonna be I don't think that this was a demo EP, but whatever.
There you go. I was missing an N.
they've put out like 3 or 4 projects in the span of a year, because we talked about their full length like last August or whatever, and it's just been nonstop music since then. And they don't miss ever, and they like genre bend. They're like all over the place. Each release is something different. So I think it's very interesting. This is another banger from them.
I enjoyed this EP. The only song that I didn't really like was the Fake Rebellion's cozy version. It's because all the other tracks kind of were on the same volume, and it was the second track, so it's like the first one was like really high quality, really good, and it just kind of dropped off on the second one, but it picked back up on all the other tracks. It was a little weird listening wise, but you know, I liked all the other ones. That's just my only gripe with this EP. Overall, pretty good though. I liked it. Yeah.
So true.
Unity Texas dropped a new EP, Hellway.
Banger. This came out of nowhere.
This is really good.
But like they just kind of they announced this on like the Monday before it dropped, and they were like, "Hey, EP," and I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, banger time." And they didn't disappoint, because they never disappoint. This was heavy and in your face, and I was like, "Oh fuck." It's very good. I like it.
Yeah. Also, there was a freestyle track, and it wasn't bad. I was like, yo, because sometimes like just like freestyle tracks are kind of the weaker track off of albums or EPs or whatever, because it just kind of feels like it was filled in. But this was impressive. So well done.
Didn't feel lazy.
Yeah, it was good.
Rebecca Black dropped an EP. Rebecca Black was here. This was actually really good.
This EP reminded me of like another female artist, and I can't remember who. I just remember listening and I was like, this sounds like somebody I know. I know it wasn't Poppy, but it's just like maybe if like Poppy went pop. Just that kind of
Poppy's
like...
Poppy's all over the place anyway. Like she'll do one metalcore album, and then
but she's
do
just like mainly metalcore. Metalcore is like her home. Yeah.
But this was good. She might be a one-hit wonder in like the popularity sense, but her music is actually very good. I'm surprised every single time she puts something out.
Yeah, I'm happy she's continued music, because if I was 13 and I put out like a little track that wasn't meant for the entire world to see, and then was basically crucified on the internet for maybe a year straight, I don't think I would ever touch like any musical instrument ever again. But she's actually grown a lot with her music and has continued to put out different genres and, you know, just testing out the waters and everything. And I think this is where she should stay, because this is good.
So true. So true.
Super Love dropped an EP, ... but for the moment. I thought this was really good.
Yeah, this was good.
But, a track that really stood out to me was just, I can't remember what it was. Was it By the Way I Adore You? I don't think it was that. It was like, it jumped like 3 different genres maybe, but it was really good, because it was like hyper pop for a second, and then they started screaming, and I was like, okay. And then it was just kind of like a little slow, and then went right back to hyper pop. I really enjoyed that, and I think people should blend more genres and songs more, instead of just like over the span of an album, because I feel like it's a much more unique listening experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, the EP was all over the place in literally the best way possible.
Yep.
I listened to it like 2 or 3 times, and each time I was like, no, this just keeps on getting better and better and better. So nice job, guys. 2 thumbs up.
Amazing. It's 3. There's
4.
4.
Tyler, the Creator, put a new single, Lumberjack, out of absolutely nowhere. I knew before Glory did, and then...
No, actually, I saw the announcement, but he had already teased another song before, so I thought it was just a teaser. And then I looked on my release radar, and it was like Tyler, Creator song, and I was like, wait, no, that was just supposed to be a teaser. You weren't supposed to drop anything.
So I knew before Glory did, and then he announced a record with it. For what? This Friday, right?
This Friday, yeah. Which every artist should do. We've had this conversation before, where it's like, if you're going to drop a single, drop your first single and then just drop the album afterwards. Don't lead us on for like half a year for a 6-song EP.
It's not even release the album right after the fact. It's just like, don't announce the album with your first single and then hold on to the album for 6 months. If you want to hold on to the record and put out a couple singles, that's fine, but don't hold on to the album for 6 months. Anyways, this was good.
This is very good.
I'm actually excited to listen to this album. I won't listen to it on Friday, but like when it rolls around and it's time to listen to it,
Hmm.
I won't be like, oh boy, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So this track is actually really good. It blended a lot of my favorite like aspects of his musical career, I guess, because it has kind of like the griminess of Goblin, but the lyrics of Wolf, and it's just oh, I love it so much. It flows very nicely. Like if you loop it, which I did when I learned that it came out, I looped it for like 5 hours or something. It's like 2 minutes long, so I listened to it a lot. Um, it's amazing. But the thing is, it starts so suddenly, so I'm expecting a track before. It's not the opening track. So I'm expecting a track before it to then kind of flow into it because it's just so abrupt, which is fine. He's done that before, but I'm excited to see what he does with transitions this time.
Very
I love him
exciting.
so much. He's so good. Drop your tour dates. I'm taking my dad to see you. Just come to not New Jersey. That's too far. North Carolina or Virginia or DC. Please. Maybe at the altar, dropped a new single, Feel a Thing, plus an EP announcement for 2 weeks.
August
See?
13th.
Don't do that.
I think. I know. I think it's August. I didn't even see the announcement when it came out. It was like 6 hours later. I was like, "Hey, Glory, did you see this happen?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, why the fuck didn't you tell me?" But they're going on tour with the U's in Coheed and Cambria.
That's amazing.
So, and I'm seeing them in Jersey. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, this is easily my favorite "Meet Me at the Altar" song. The way it opens, now obviously the little like video game beep boop at the very beginning was cool. But those opening chugs, man, I've listened to this song like 3 or 4 times, and every single time it has given me goosebumps.
Yeah, the chugs always surprise me.
Because it's like it's the same chugs from Garden, but they just hit different because they open up the song. And I was like, oh god, that's so fucking good. God.
Start songs with chugs more often.
I agree. Easy Core needs chugs at the beginning of every single song ever. I would be so happy.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's just such a like dramatic opening. It catches your ears instantly. It's good. It's more chugs.
This EP is like I think one of the most anticipated EPs of the year. If people even know it's coming out, because they didn't do the best job of like saying this is coming out. Because the label pushed the hell out of that single, and everyone was like, "Oh, Meet Me at the Altar signed, and they have a single out." But I haven't seen jack shit or a single ad ran from Fueled by Ramen about this single or this album. So,
and the funny thing is you're right. They pushed that Gardens. I think that was the single that they pushed the hardest as soon as they signed. I've seen maybe 20 ads for that Garden. I haven't seen one ad for the album. I haven't seen one ad for Hit Like a Girl or this new song, Feel a Thing. So it's just like, hey, you might want to start promoting that or something.
I don't know. Like, you guys are kind of putting this thing out. Like, you might want to just, like, let people know.
If you want it to do well, you might want to promote it.
What they're going to do is what you do with any newly signed band, which is tour them until they burn the hell out. That's exactly what's going to happen because they are currently booked to tour through September or early August into September, so that's going to take them through the fucking Use tour, and then they're going to go on tour with Nothing Nowhere for a short run, and then they're going on tour with All Time Low for 2 months, so they're going to be out on the road for like 4 months, and we'll probably get put on a tour at the very beginning of next year, or possibly get thrown on a short run at the end of this year.
Oof.
So they're gonna get toured to hell. Yeah, they're gonna,
money.
I don't know if they're gonna get toured as hard as a band like I don't know how did, because Dallin was physically sick by the end of the long ass run of shows they did. When I saw him live, he was not doing well at all. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, or if they'll give him a break and let them, because they were in the studio. They've been in the studio, so they're obviously working on new material. They had the EP probably recorded before they even got signed and just remixed it.
They're probably just shopping around. Yeah.
So they're working on new material, so hopefully they get a breather to put the finishing touches on that.
Yeah, I hope they don't just kind of burn them out, and then they quit music forever because
Yeah.
they're burned out so quickly.
Tour forever, and then it's like,
Exactly.
oh, that was
And
fun.
like, we don't like music anymore
Yeah,
because
we
you guys sent
actually-
us on the road for a year straight
Well,
with
no,
no breaks.
the thing
One
is,
Direction tease.
actually, the thing is, if they get thrown on the road for so long,
Mhm.
that just keeps on delaying the record because they can't finish it because they just keep on getting thrown on tours.
Or they pull a One Direction and they record, produce, and master on tour. So as soon as the record drops, they just go on tour
Well,
again.
I mean,
and
that's
it's
also
a
an
never-ending
option. Is like, oh, you guys have 2 weeks off. You're going in the studio, which would also mean
Mhm.
that even those off periods that they have, they
Yeah,
never
they're still
technically
working.
get. They're still working.
Yeah, that's why I'm always so worried because they went from DIY straight to the top. So they're going to be pushed harder than I would assume they've ever been pushed.
They did a house run of shows right before COVID, and then got signed, and now they're playing amphitheaters with the Used.
All Time Low, The Used, Nothing Nowhere.
As much as we hate Nothing Nowhere, that's kind of big. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a big opportunity
Yeah.
for them, but like, take it easy. Like,
Well,
as
they
easy
don't
as you
have much
can.
to say.
Yeah.
Just hoping that they don't burn out.
Yeah, because I do like your music. So
You guys do be kind of smacking. So
yeah.
but they're very excited. So that's all that matters. Hopefully they stay excited, and by the end they don't want to kill.
Sick of each other. Yeah.
So
yeah, this is you.
Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker dropped a single, "Girl Like You," from the hit TV series.
The hit TV series with Andy Black, voiced by
Isn't it got Bella
Palais
Thorne in it
Royale
too?
and Bella Thorne, and I think there's just some other people. All your favorite stars.
All your favorite stars. It's a Sumerian Records, whatever the fuck. It's Paradise City, and this I think is one of Machine Gun Kelly's best songs. Especially after
In
that.
My Head is standing right there.
In my head.
Yeah, in my head.
I'm calling your girl.
That's such a good song. I
no,
hate
yeah,
Machine
no.
Gun Kelly, but that song bangs.
This is
So
also
good.
when we're putting it up against the last single he put out with Kellen
How?
Quinn, which
Oh,
is
that
one of
was-
the
oh,
worst
it was
songs
so
of
flat.
this
It was
year.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah, flat as hell. What was it? Love
Mhm.
Race or whatever? That's up there with
Yeah.
Porn Star by Mod Sun.
Okay, but Mod's Son,
Fucking like
Okay,
a porn
Porn
star.
Star,
Wah, la, la, or whatever
it
it
at
was.
least had some beat and rhythm, and it had change in the song, where Love Race was just kind of like its own, like it was just flat the entire time. So Porn Star was better than Love Race. They're bad. They're both bad. But Mod's Son is better. I said it.
But yeah, no, I thought this song was I thought that this song was good. I don't know. Machine Gun Kelly seems to be hit or miss. I don't know what he's doing over there. I think he just needs to go in a studio, record another album, because the single thing doesn't work out for him. He
No.
sucks too hard to just release singles. He has to just put out albums that are so unbearable that they're good. And yeah. And has to stop selling out tours. I want to see this man live, and he sold out.
Why do you want to see
he
him
sold
walk
out-
around the stage and kind of like hop a little bit and then kind of like just stand there? You can literally just like look at a picture
he
of
sold
him,
out
and that'll be
every
better.
single Northeast date in like hours, and I was like, I don't care enough about this man. And also, all the dates are in New York City, and I wouldn't drive to the city for fucking
Machine
My
Gun
Chemical
Kelly.
Romance, let alone Machine Gun Kelly. So
Yeah.
drop a Philly date and then make sure it doesn't sell out in 2 seconds so I can buy tickets to it.
Give him a pre-sale link. Give him the only pre-sale link just so he can get tickets, and then open it up for everybody.
Yeah, and then go live with it.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, no, I think he's someone I have to see at least once to see just how awful he sounds live.
You
like,
can see. You don't have
no.
to spend money to do that.
No,
Just
but
watch
no,
a bootleg
he's
live
up there
stream.
with like Trapped is just bands I have to see because they're just
You
so...
want to see Trapped live?
Sorry, I want to beat Trapped
Shane.
up live.
Shane, you can't say that in public. You can't say I'm going to give money.
No.
To
I never
Corey
said I
or
was going to.
Chris
I never
Brown,
said that I was
whatever his name is.
Chris Taylor
What-
Brown.
Chris Taylor Brown. Sorry.
Cock and ball
Forgot
torture.
his name.
I never said that I was going to
No!
buy tickets to see them. I just said
just
that
gonna
he's
sneak
up
in.
there with bands that I think I
Oh,
have
okay.
to see live because they're just
Okay.
so awful. Even
See,
though I
but the
really like
thing
that
is-
Machine Gun Kelly album.
See, but the thing is, you can't sneak in. Like, if you're trying not to give them money, like Trapped, you can't just sneak in. You could do that with Machine Gun Kelly because there's so many people there. But with Trapped, you're going to be the only person. And they're going to be like, wait a second, we didn't sell any tickets tonight. How'd you get in here? So, what's the plan for that?
Man, I don't know, but it seems like Trapped is having a hard time booking shows outside of Texas because any tour that he's like, they booked that show in Virginia and it got canceled because of their antics online. And it's like, I think that we're going to see that a lot. No, that's a fake.
Did you not see his TikTok?
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna bring up the Facebook page. I'm like, the Facebook page is fake.
I'm so sad. I was so happy that they were making a comeback on social media because I was like, guess we'll just have to move to Facebook now. But it's fake. I want to meet whoever made that. I hope it's like an X-Band member.
Facebook. That's like, they must have just accidentally made one while they were in the process of promoting their. Well, I mean, he's about as technology literate as an old person. So
I'm thinking of his video where he's like, here's my favorite, like, I love bridges. Here's a bridge.
We could talk about Chris Taylor Brown for hours. Gloria and I
every time Trapped uploads a new YouTube video, Shane always puts it in our group chat. He's just like, hey, new Trapped video, guys, and we all watch it together. And it's
my god,
looking aimlessly, like dead eyes into the camera, just like, let me show you how to record a bridge on your guitar.
He's just a different character. He's just in a different planet, and he's just so interesting to me because I don't know how he wound up like this.
What went wrong?
I just think he's hilarious, and we've got
it has to be a skit. It has to be a character.
It's got to be like, there's got to be just massive label backing behind him, and that's why he's like this.
Yeah.
But he's just like, he's so interesting, and we've got personal beef with him that we never really settled. So we just think that everything he does is hilarious. He's got to come back to Twitter one last time. We got to go round 3 on this. Yeah, man.
We gotta comment on his YouTube video, tell him to make a personal Twitter account, and then we'll settle it, child to man. Be like, I know we're kids and we made you cry. We're sorry.
Wait. In the group chat, Amy just posted a video and said, "Help! They're playing Trapped at the furniture store."
Are you serious? Is it Headstrong? Is that Headstrong?
Yeah, that's Headstrong.
I'm sorry, I don't know what Headstrong. I haven't listened to it enough to recognize.
I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone.
Bro, what if it wasn't like them just playing like recorded Trapped? What if it's just Trapped playing in
the furniture store?
They're in the sofa section.
They wouldn't let us book any other venue. Live music at the mattress store. Holy fuck. Imagine going in knowing you're going to drop a couple grand on furniture and they're playing Headstrong while they're ringing it up.
I don't think this is the furniture store for me.
Listen, man, we could talk about Trapped for hours. Like, even when we have Trapped, like, to talk about, we don't go in this hard. I don't even know how we got here.
We got here because you want to see MGK and Trapped. Well, you don't want to see Trapped. Possibly Trapped. You want to sneak into a Trapped show.
I don't want to see Trapped. I just want to know that they're going to be in Jersey and then go to the venue and meet him backstage. Be like, "What's up, dude? You were mean to me on Twitter once, so I'm gonna beat you up, punk."
You're not gonna do that.
Here's the fan cam.
What's the fan cam?
Stream the fan cam. Put it on TikTok.
Stream our Trap. Oh my god, we should tag him. Oh my god, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later today.
We can't start beef from the Good Noise
I'm gonna
podcast.
What if we go viral from it?
No, but he said on YouTube. In his when he threatened to sue Metal Inject the most recent time.
That was so funny. Yeah, that was his most recent video, right?
Yeah, that he has to be careful about what he says on TikTok because they have a no tolerance policy for that bullshit. And he's finally learned his lesson that he can't call people morons and idiots online and
or
think he can get away with
pedophilia,
it. Well,
which is what he was doing.
No, Glory. He said in a YouTube video that he didn't do that. They were just bad jokes.
Fake screenshots.
Fake news. Never happened. Bad joke. That's what he said, okay?
Anyways, Shade and catcalling. I'm just moving on. I'm sorry. We can't spend this whole episode just
going in on Trapped. We can't.
Chris Taylor Brown, whatever his name is.
Ball torture.
Okay, Shade and Cat Cunning dropped a new single, Colorful. This was a very nice song.
This was
This was a
just
good song. This
they
was a
just
good
added a
song.
feature onto that the song off the album, Colorful,
Hmm.
obviously.
But it
Uh
wasn't a bad feature.
no,
It
this song
worked.
was nice. I liked it.
Why was it not on the album?
Why was the feature not on the album? That's a great
Give us
question.
give us the feature on the album.
Yes.
Just re-release the album
With
just
the
with the
feature.
feature.
Hey, I got light behind me now. Let's see how
Oh
long
my
that
God.
lasts.
All right, let's
Yellow Sweater dropped a single, Impossible Lifetime. My mic
This
level
was
is still
good.
good. Yes.
This was really good.
Yes, I like this very much. Drop the album or EP or whatever you're leading up to, because I saw
The
you tweeting.
mixtape. Drop the
Yeah, I saw
mixtape.
you tweeting that you might not do an album instead of a couple EPs. Then drop the EPs. Let's do it.
Mhm.
Start putting some shit out. We want to hear it all. Put it in our
Mhm.
DMs.
We do. Scotty Network and Get Tough. I would never have seen this combination. I love it. Dropped a new cover, Toxic. I love I loved this a lot. This was a great cover and it worked very, very well. I didn't know I needed a ska version of Toxic. Here
But
it is.
there it is. And I think that's what Cartoon Network does. They just put out covers of songs that you didn't know you needed ska at all.
That you didn't know you were missing.
Yeah, you didn't know that you needed it in your life until you heard it. And that's what they're doing over there. And this was another banging cover. This was the first
great collab as well.
Yeah.
Worked very, very well.
I always see it on Twitter and like I listen to the little snippets, but this is the first time that I like listened to the entire cover. Mostly because like we've interviewed Arby before, and I really like their album that they put out earlier this year.
It was last year. Yeah, it was last year
when they put it out. But yeah, so that's why I listened to this one in full, and it's very good. I will be listening to more covers in full.
Yes, drop more covers. Cartoon Network.
I think they've got an album coming out, another album full of covers this Friday. I'm not entirely sure though.
We will be listening to it with Tyler the Creator. I can't wait till that album is out. I'm gonna be so happy. I'm like, I can't wait. I needed this, and it's Tyler the Creator drops an album every 2 years. I knew. Oh God, I love him. It's so good. Okay.
Tune in next week to watch Glory drool over Tyler the Creator. Arrows and Actions dropped a single, Only Be Mine.
This was such a cute song.
Yes, I liked this. It was very good.
This was a good song. Yes. I really enjoyed this. This was a banger.
So true.
Little Sims dropped a new single, Rolling Stone. Have you heard the I can't say that word. The Venom song. The one with it's a TikTok trend?
Then probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, this person made that song. So I followed them and they put out a new song. I think they put out an album a while back that had the Venom song on it. I just want to say, British people, man.
Yes, they were very British.
It's just I think I love just like every I like when I can hear accents in music, but it's just so funny. It's British rap. Just it it hits my little funny bone. It's funny, but it's good. This was really good. It's just British people, man. I love them. I love Well, some
not all British people. This was interesting. Not my favorite thing ever. Okay. I definitely heard the British part.
There was a lot of British.
This is very British.
It's like Louis Tomlinson British.
Like,
his accent comes through.
I do fuck with some British rap, partly because I think it's funny, partly because I think it's good.
Yeah, but it's like some British rap is on that line where it's like have you seen the state of her body? Mad. Have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen that either. Is this another TikTok trend?
Yes!
Gloria, I don't live on I don't go on TikTok.
Okay,
I only go on TikTok when it says insert band has mentioned
when they give you the random notifications.
Yeah.
Bruh. Well, that's a funny but pretty good British TikTok. No, British rap. And so I'm just saying that there's a very fine line for British rap where it's like, is it funny? Is it good? This is good, but it's a little funny too. So good job. You did it.
Very good. You walked that line perfectly.
Dean
Blunt and A$AP Rocky put out a single.
I put a heart next to you.
You fucking Stoozy.
This was a vibe. I mean, it was. I listened to it. I didn't think there was another person. Maybe Dean Blunt made the beat behind it. I only listened to it like once, so I could be wrong, but I just kind of heard ASAP. Maybe I was just focused on ASAP. Um, it was very I enjoyed it. It was a vibe. It wasn't
Yeah.
like in your face. It was just kind of like laid back.
I don't know. Not my favorite. It was definitely laid back, and I'm glad it was not like 4 minutes long and only about
Yeah, it
2
was
minutes
like
long.
yeah, 2 minutes.
But other than that, like nothing that I'm gonna sit here and hype up or anything. Not my favorite.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Cheer Up Dusty released a new single, Refs You Suck. Speaking of like short songs that are actually pretty good and didn't overstay their welcome, this was quick.
Yeah.
And it was very good. I enjoyed this.
And they put out like an EP, like EP2 collection of singles or whatever they called it, which is just all the singles we've already talked about.
Oh, okay.
Which is why we're not going to talk about the entire EP because we've already beat the shit out of each of those singles.
We did.
But yeah, no, this song was very good. When I listened to it the first time, I didn't realize how fast it went, and I listened to it again while I was driving home today. And I was like, holy shit, that was quick and like a fucking banger, like in your face, like felt like it was over in 30 seconds, and it was like it did not overstay its welcome. It told you what it needed to tell you, and it got the fuck out.
Exactly.
And I was like, I fuck with that.
Yeah, it was good because it didn't feel like they tried to add anything to kind of like, increase it to 2 minutes. It was just like that's all they came up with. They didn't try to make any filler, and it was perfect. Good job, guys.
Sorry Ghost dropped a single, Kites. Banger.
I prefer this over the last one. I can't remember what the other one was called, but I prefer this purely just because the intro stood out a lot more to me. Because it just reminds me of like 2010 like pop punk. I love it.
I think I preferred the last single to this, but it's not like they're missing or anything. Like they drop in bangers whether I like the song more or not. So yes, always banging as always, guys. Drop the album. We know you got one. I'm not sure if you do, but if you do, email is goodnoisepodcast@gmail.com.
Drop
you know where to find us.
And you also have our DMs, so you could do that too.
Obviously.
Young Culture dropped a new single, Hum. Where did this come from?
Song of the Summer. That's where it came from.
I love it. I love Young Culture so much. They don't miss. And also, I like the wordplay in this song. It makes me really happy. It's very good. Good job, guys. I don't know if it's wordplay, but just like it flowed really well, and I could actually listen to the lyrics and be like, hey. That was good.
It was fun, and
really
they did a good job of marketing it as like a summer song. The cover art is bright, the music video is bright. The music video's in like a field. They're shoeless and sockless, and they're just dancing around, having a great time, like
bare feet,
running around barefoot in the field as you do. That's every
definitely
summer.
A summer song.
Yeah, as you do.
Watch out for
ticks. Watch out for ticks and bees.
And actually, bees won't hurt you unless you provoke them.
Yeah, or if you step on one.
Yeah,
that would suck too. But I think they did a very good job of marketing it. I think that airplay, just put it on the radio. Everybody needs to hear it. Song of the Summer, Young Culture to the Moon.
So Young Culture to the Moon.
Story Untold dropped a single, Google Maps, but the X's, the O's are X's. The song was good, but I think we bring it up every single time we talk about them. It's ballsy in 2021 to be fucking with your words when Twitter will cancel you for literally anything.
But I just don't think they care.
I don't think they care
because
either.
it's their theme this era. I just think like I don't think they care, and I think that makes them immune because you can't cancel somebody who doesn't care.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah, like I mean, look at Heart Attack, man. I'm not joking. Like he doesn't
4 or 5 times that man should not be on the internet.
Music's good though.
The music's not bad.
I like the music.
But good. I've had that Story Untold EP that we talked about when that came out. I've had that shit on loop.
Oh my god, like, you were drooling over that EP. It was good.
That last song was so fucking good on there, and I really hope that this single leads up to another EP or something because I need more Story Untold, more than just like another single. You know. I need more shit to listen to by them because they're quickly becoming one of my favorite bands.
What an honor! Where is it on the rankings? I know Mayday Parade's at the bottom
because I haven't like.
Are they above Mayday Parade?
Probably because Mayday Parade's my least favorite band.
I know. I was thinking maybe they took Mayday Parade's spot and you bumped them up, but no.
Mayday Parade only stays on there because they got A Lesson in Romantics exists, man.
That's it. The one album.
A Lesson in Romantics exists. Glory. This album is so fucking good. Except
okay.
Miserable at Best. Fuck that song.
No, that was a good song.
Fuck that song.
That was a good song.
That
the rest
song.
of the album was okay. Just give me Jamie All Over and Miserable at Best. Those are the two good songs on that record. I said it. Cancel me, Twitter. I don't care. Yeah, this song was good.
Yes.
But for my Valentine, dropped a new single, Knives.
They're finally back after like 3 years of not doing anything.
It was loud.
It was heavy and it was loud and it was very good. I can't wait for the album. I remember
you were excited. I saw you scream in the group chat. You're like, new bullet for my Valentine. And I was like,
because I didn't actually know it was coming out this Friday, even though they always tease like their newest single along with like a live show, and they were playing Download Pilot, which was just a smaller version of Download to see how it does with all the COVID bullshit over in the UK.
Yeah. Did you see James Wilson Taylor? Is that his name?
Yes,
Your
I love
favorite?
that man.
Yeah, did you see he's doing interviews in person now?
I have to go watch every single one of those so I can steal questions off of him.
You can't say that. He follows us.
So hi James, if you're watching, send us all the question lists from all the interviews you did at
you've
Download
ever
Pilot.
done. No, just all the interviews.
Just send us the master list of every single interview you've ever done.
Because we know
I'm
you
gonna
have
go through and steal all the questions that I think are good.
But change them slightly.
So and then I'm gonna say James Wilson Taylor told me to ask you this question. We're besties with him.
We're besties, yeah.
So
James Wilson Taylor, if you want to be besties, hit our DMs or email us.
We respond to email more. But I think if I woke up and saw James Wilson Taylor in the DMs, I would respond in a heartbeat.
Wait, didn't he say like hit him up again this year because he was busy when we hit him up last time?
And now the world is open again.
I know, but it's in that weird spot where it's like kind of open. You know, it was his first interview in person in like a year, so I think we should reach out again.
I think James I just think that James should come to the US and hang out.
Let's be besties. Let's have a day at like Dairy. You're vegan, not Dairy Queen.
Let's have a day at Sesame Place.
At Sesame, it's a bit dirty, but yeah, let's do that. We could ride the rubber ducky ride together. That'd be so much fun.
I drive past Sesame Place once a week in Pennsylvania, and I just think that one of these days I'm going to snap and go there, and I would love to go with James Wilson Taylor.
I used to go to Sesame Place every year up until like 2019 when we actually started the podcast, so I could have probably met up with you, but we just
I also wasn't frequenting Pennsylvania at that point. Now I am.
You got a point. Oh, yeah.
You stopped going to Sesame Place. I started frequenting Pennsylvania right in that area too.
Yep. But you were saying you had a message for James.
James, if you're watching, hi. If you want to come hang out with me at Sesame Place,
I will fly to hang out with you.
Glory will fly to hang out with us at Sesame Place, and we can hang out and have a day, and then we can go to a show together. We can take turns interviewing the band backstage. We can do an interview together. I don't care. This is very weird. I'm sorry, James.
I'll pitch in for all day dining at Sesame Place, so we don't have to worry about food.
Listen, Gloria will bake for us.
I will.
She's gonna bring her griddle and strap it around her waist and flip shit for us and make hamburgers and hot dogs and pancakes and whatever you want, James. Whatever you want, whatever James. Your little British heart desires.
I don't know, like pudding. Like, what do you? I don't know. I'll make it. All right.
The Killers and Bruce Springsteen dropped a single, Dustland, and this is a collab I never thought would happen ever.
I didn't like this.
I didn't think it was horrible. Like, I seriously thought it was going to be worse, just because they don't blend it all. It was just like the Killers, and
then it was Bruce Springsteen,
like, are on the same plane of relevancy, which is relevant because they're massive, but not like relevant. You know,
not like they're relevant just because they've done stuff in the past, but they're not like Machine Gun Kelly relevant because he's actually doing stuff now.
Yeah,
that was the first.
It's just an interesting collab. I never thought this was going to happen. Like,
I don't think it should have.
Better than the album they put out, honestly. Better than Caution.
I gotta agree. Except the title track. Title track was good. Title track was good.
I agree. I listened to that song Caution too many times.
It's good.
It's not. It sucks.
Wow. I don't need this right now. Angels and Airwaves dropped a new single, Restless Souls. This was pretty good.
This is like the first. This is their first album in 8 years. They announced the record with this. And they've also already put out a bunch of singles for that record. Like there's 5 already, I think.
Oh, we missed them.
Yeah, we missed it. I think we talked about like one, but we weren't going to cover them because I was like, they're just standalone. And it's also like, I don't really like Angels and Airwaves all that much. Yeah. But this song was pretty good. It definitely sounded a little bit like Blink-182, a little bit more than some of their other stuff. I was like, maybe
their Blink era.
Yeah, their Blink era. That's what's coming out. That's what this album is.
Tom joined the band.
Tom rejoins Blink and drops the Blink album under the title of Angels and Airwaves.
Angels and Airwaves.
But anyways, they're back. Their fans are excited. I'm just like, okay, great, another album to talk about at the end of this year. I also think it comes out in like October or some shit.
Shoot, we have to do our mid-year review.
Do we really have to though? So that we can just sit here and go, oh, this album
is good.
I just vote that we skip that from now until the end of eternity and just cover
do last year.
The next week's of music. Then this upcoming week's music next week. That makes more sense.
Sure.
Yeah, just fuck that. I meant to tell you that, but since you brought it up while we're on the air, I just vote we say fuck it. And not do it.
I'm cool with that. I mean, it's not like we have the time to do it anymore, so.
No, because we just put the albums on there and we're like, okay, do you remember what happened here?
Good.
Yeah, and
remember this one. We didn't listen to this one, actually. It just made it onto the list.
It just made it onto the list because we forgot to talk about it. But we've been doing very good with talking about every album ever. So.
Oh my god, they should have named the Killers and Bruce Springsteen album Durst instead of Dustland.
Glory sent me a picture today of 2 people in Fred Durst shirts, and she goes, "This is us," and I'm like, I'm fucking Fred.
It was like one big Fred Durst head, and then the other one had like a mini Fred Durst on it. And I was like, bro, this is us.
This is us. And I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. Fred Durst is hilarious. I love him so much.
Legend.
Absolute legend. And like Limp Bizkit, you can say whatever you want about them. They absolutely bang.
Well,
Significant Other is one of the greatest albums of all time. I will die on this hill. I've been listening to a lot of Limp Bizkit.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
I think you need therapy. No Sex by Limp Bizkit is not therapy.
I've seen you FM that way too many times.
I think it's hilarious. It's so good. I love that song.
It's just like what is it, like Sexy Chocolate Man? What's that?
Sexual Chocolate Man or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're
Attack
siblings.
Attack.
Yeah,
and that song is on the hype sticker for the album.
I know.
It's horrible.
I know. It's a selling point.
I can't believe that in 2010, Sexual Man Chocolate was a selling point for records.
Yep.
I wish we went back to 2010 when Attack Attack was at their peak.
We're gonna bring it back.
Yes.
Yeah, just re-release the album so we could feel like alive again. That'd be good.
I agree. Sleepwaker dropped a single, 110 minutes. This should be banging.
I liked this a lot. Sleepwaker.
We have a hard time talking about singles after we've already heard the album, so that's where we're gonna leave that.
Newfound Glory dropped a new single, The Last Red Eye.
This wasn't horrible, but like, and I would argue this is better than some of the songs on that really long album they put out last year. But man, I don't know. They're one of those bands that I couldn't give 2 shits about anymore, honestly.
Yeah, like unless they like really amaze you.
Yeah, like them, Simple Plan, bands like that. Pretty much that entire Pop Punk Is Not Dead tour.
That genre,
I don't give a fuck about any of those bands on that tour.
Aww.
Capsan dropped a new single, Abandon, and we interviewed...
Again, it's hard for us to talk about
this one. We've
singles.
Heard the album because we literally interviewed Joe about the album separate.
We did. It's a good album.
Yes.
Very good album.
Go watch the interview. The single was good. That's all we're gonna say before we say too much.
Yep. Sleep Token put out a new single, Alkaline.
This was now I haven't like listened to Sleep Token or anything. I just saw people getting excited about this. I was like, okay, whatever. Well, let's listen to it. I've never listened to Sleep Token before, as I just said, and this was interesting. It was heavy, but had like butt rock vocals to it. Yeah. So it was like post-hardcore.
The best of both worlds,
with the butt rock vocals. Like it sounded like I was listening to a Nickelback song that was a little too heavy.
Not Nickelback.
But like not. that's the worst comparison for it. Like Nickelback is just like the go-to for the butt rock. But let's just say I was listening to the Corey Taylor album, but the Corey Taylor album was heavier.
Yeah, it's like if Slipknot had more of an influence on the Corey Taylor album.
Pretty much, yes. That's a lot better of it. That's a lot better of a comparison. It wasn't horrible because I am the resident butt rock stan of the Good Noise podcast. But
man, you're a Limp Bizkit stan and a Trap stan and a butt rock stan?
Listen, I need therapy.
You need help, man. That's a problem.
I need help bad.
That's a mess right there.
I'm gonna listen to Limp Bizkit after this.
Oh
while
God!
I'm editing this episode.
I'm gonna look at your FM. It's gonna be Limp Bizkit. What is it? No sex.
No sex.
And then it's gonna no. It's gonna be Limp Bizkit, and it's gonna be Trapped Fire acoustic version. And it's gonna be the entire Corey Taylor album.
Not the Corey Taylor record. Not so that.
Not that.
Da Baby. Let's
go. That was horrible.
Dropped a new single, Ball If I Want To. Ow.
Okay. Can I start this off? I'm starting this off. I added this because I wanted to trash on DaBaby because I hate DaBaby. Don't ask me why I hate DaBaby.
Let's go.
I like the baby meme, like it's da plane and Dakar. I love that meme. That era should have lasted longer because every single time I opened up my Instagram, it was just the baby's face deformed. I didn't mean deformed into just something. Exactly. That's what I was like.
The baby memes are still funny. They should have lasted longer.
They should have. They should have lasted the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But I listened to this and I was like, no, why is this decent? Like, it's not that. I just don't like DaBaby because he played like massive shows during COVID. And I was like, DaBaby, that's not cool, man.
DaBaby, let's go.
But let's go anyways, I guess.
This song honestly wasn't horrible.
Yeah, because it's DaBaby. Did he say let's go in it?
I don't remember.
I don't think he did.
But like, he's at the perfect spot in his career to like just really go all the way because he's a meme right now and he's using it to his advantage. He said on Twitter he thinks the memes are hilarious, and obviously from a marketing standpoint the memes are the best thing for him right now
because everybody's like, who's DaBaby and why am I seeing him
literally
everywhere?
I didn't know, like the baby's got a shit ton of monthly listeners on Spotify and I didn't know until this became a meme. I didn't know about him at all.
Whoa. You didn't know about him before the meme?
I don't think so. I mean, I might have heard
like... What rock
are
you living under?
I live under the rock of I don't like even dabble in popular media in the slightest, especially rap popular media. I don't dabble in that shit at all.
I'm just taken aback. I thought everybody knew about
I mean, it's possible that like I had heard one of his songs like in a passing TikTok or whatever that I saw on Instagram or some
Cry
shit.
Baby.
Yeah.
That's like, like that's the one with Megan Thee Stallion. That was before DaBaby meme. I'm pretty sure you've heard that.
Without like listening to it, I couldn't tell you. It's not like I looked at the song title like, oh, okay, now I'm making a mental note that I've heard. Like I'm making a mental note that I've heard that before.
Making a mental note that I've heard.
Let's go. So yeah, I didn't really like know of his existence. Yeah, I didn't really know of his existence until then. So it's okay. Well, it's whatever. Song was pretty good though. Not gonna lie.
Real Friends dropped 2 new singles, Nervous Wreck and Storyteller. Welcome back. I would just like to start off by saying that. Welcome back. I know
Signed
Max.
to Puri Noise.
Yeah, I know. Grayson has missed you. So
as
welcome back.
Like 400 other monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
So yeah, these songs were good.
Storyteller, banger.
I like Nervous Wreck more.
Well,
it's whatever though. I'm sure they've got an album coming or whatever. So
I mean, you're not just gonna come back after like 3 years, just drop 2 singles and be like, okay, that's it, bye guys.
Yeah, okay, bye. But they'll be on that tour with that Pure Noise tour.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like their addition to it.
Yeah, it's a pretty banging lineup. I was talking about that with people earlier today, and I was like, that Philly date is looking hot. So I will be at the Philly date. That's my PSA. Anyways, that is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Yeah. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every single streaming service ever is Good Noise Podcast. Twitch is twitch.tv/Good Noise Podcast. Slap that follow button so you don't miss day 1 or day 2 of the fest, or our test streams, because those are always very, very entertaining, and we should really get a separate Twitch channel for it. But
because it's always fun. Like, how fast can we go? And will we reveal the whole set?
How much can we spoil before people show up? And every single time more people show up, because unfortunately we gain more followers every single day, which is upsetting. And you can do the thing on the Bandcamp. It's goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com, and we got a Patreon. It's patreon.com/goodnoisepodcast. We could use money to fund if you guys want
our Fred Durst addiction.
Well, Fred Durst addiction, but also if for some reason you want Good Noise Fest to go IRL, we're gonna need money to make that happen.
We're gonna need money, yeah.
So you're gonna have to hand it over.
Yeah.
Because we are just two teenagers, not making anything off of this. So I spend all my money on concert tickets. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna stop doing that to make the fest happen. So let's go.
No,
the green stuff. It makes the world go round. Give it to us.
This is my transition. Thanks for
Glory's got
Patreon.
Your Patreon supporters and your important plugs, and then we'll sign off with the baby joke because those are still funny.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters: my brother, my uncle Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Zari, and Eric. Thank you. You guys are great.
3 of them are on the fest.
3
of them are on the fest.
Yeah.
Matt, Zari, and Eric. Thank you.
So true. You guys are great. Juneteenth was the 19th, obviously. Duh.
Saturday.
It was Saturday. Yeah. Please educate yourself on why it's important, because I've met a couple people who don't know the meaning behind it. And I'm like, what? Apparently some schools don't teach it, which is stupid. Now, you know why.
Some schools are too busy teaching about like World War II or some shit.
No, some schools are too busy teaching about farmers rising up. That's what my books taught about. And it was just like, dude, teach me about Black history, because, we kind of built this country, instead of farmers like, hey, we want to be paid more for work we're not doing. And it's like, what the heck, man? Anyways, please educate yourself on that, because it's a very important part of history. Donate to some Black GoFundMes, or just give somebody money, that'd be cool. It'd make somebody's day. I don't know. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Wear your mask if you aren't vaccinated, because apparently the CDC is saying if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask or socially distance anymore. Feel like it's a bit soon for that, since we're not even like 50% vaccinated, but that's what's happening now. Get vaccinated if you can. If you can't, do your best. Stay alive. Are you saying something?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, that's all the shit we got. So I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast.
No, we have been Good Noise Podcast.
Good Noise Podcast. Let's go! Tune into Good Noise Fest. Let's go! And watch 62 bands perform.
For 22 hours.
Total. I need sleep so bad. I was up until almost 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Figuring out fest shit.
Woo!
Yo, okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.